Today we're going to talk about how to teach beginners and new kids how to do showmanship. Some basic stuff around the horse without a horse. That sounds weird, but here's how you do it. The kids that maybe are scared of horses when they first start out, or would like to get comfortable in positions and everything like that. We're going to use physical objects today because I found that works the best for me, and working with kids very visual without having to have a perfect showmanship horse or a kid that's scared of a tall horse. How often I use this is really just kind of like the first 3 lessons, or the first like 10 minutes, like later on, first like 10 minutes to sharpen up. There's a couple things you can use. There is my step stools. Sometimes you can use those. You can use those at work. You can use cones. If anything that's beyond just drawing a line in the sand, like a genuine line in the sand, for the quarters, for showmanship. And I like to take a step farther because a lot of kids are like, can't imagine the horse. My specific, a kid that's on my team really struggled with this, and I was like, hey, we need to find out some way that we can practice the patterns without the horse. Let's fix things that's not the horse related and the horse and you related, that's just you related. How do I fix that away from the horse? So we started with this. So this is what I use mainly. I use a sawhorse. I like to use a cone. You can draw a line for this portion of it, but I like to use a cone for the head of the horse, and this is the body of the horse. You can either, if you don't have a shank, cone is my head. I'm going to show you how I attach the show shank so that they can practice their inspection and kind of the positions. Because what I want to say is that it is really important to audit your kids when you first bring them in. Beginning with you, but they're not beginners, I would highly suggest this exercise as well. It helps audit the kids. You can have a full-grown adult with you work in showmanship and you guys are just not clicking on fixing things. It's probably because your terminology or your language is not the same. So you might call something one thing and not the other thing. I learned this a lot when I was doing a different thing, a different career. The language is really important to get lined up with the person that you're working with. So this is really important exercise for auditing kids as well. So making sure that, what are you talking about when you're talking about positions? What positions are you talking about? What are you talking about when you say point your feet? What are you talking about like when you're saying 3-step, 4-step? Like what are you talking about when you're talking about those things? To audit your kids. So you guys are on the same page and you guys can fix those specific issues a lot quicker. So let me show you how I set this up. I'm gonna take the chain, you're gonna run it through the abdomen, as we're gonna call this the abdomen of the horse. You're gonna run it through the abdomen and kind of like put it both sides. This way you can use the hip and it's not gonna fall down. Alright, so we're gonna talk about things you can teach on this sawhorse. And then teach them your vocabulary. So I have a vocabulary of teaching based on positions. So position type. So there's back position. There's a inspection position. I'm not sure if everyone does this, but what I do with the kids or adults in the program, I specifically teach on position. So walking position. Obviously I'm not looking great or not that. Anyway, so I teach on positions. Okay? Walking positions. We'll talk about your back. Walk off position. Okay, how does that look? What are the steps to get into those positions? And I just worked that for the first like 3 lessons on showmanship. I drilled positions on where you stand. So when you come to the patterns, when you talk, the next thing that we talk about patterns, I can smoothly transition them into that. And I'm knowing what stuff they audit, we're on the same language, and what their issues are. That being whatever that issue is with that kid or that problem. Same with, okay, what do I look like when I'm running? And that's a different exercise, but like, okay, same hand, same movement. How do I activate my horse? What are the cues? I can teach that all. right here on the sawhorse without having to get on the saddle. Anyway, this is how we teach with the sawhorse. We do this for clinics. We've done this for clinics at our barn and at our local county. Teaching our lesson kids, like this is a great way to begin and to refresh kids and audit kids on a sawhorse.